Hi everyone, it's Miss Champagne. Okay, let us continue from 3 business strategies to get contract and make profits in Africa. You go, you do, you're done. Okay, now let us continue from chapter 6, and this one is entitled to have a local business partner or not. That is the question, like Shakespeare. That is the question. Okay, now, and I just now realized this because in chapter 5, I also talk about do you really need a local business partner? So I must have been really frustrated writing these 2 chapters because they're quite similar. But anyways, I'm going to share with you what I wrote. It's just funny looking at what you wrote, hindsight. It's just hilarious. Okay, so I'm going to share you my story. Okay, so I'm going to be looking at the book while talking to you guys. Okay. So when I wanted to do business in Ghana, I had no idea what I was doing. So as I stated before, I went on an African boot camp mission to Ghana, and I also got a surveys done. Now, if you guys remember in my last video, I talked about, I called one of the banks on my surveys, and I said, hey, my name is Champagne. I got a survey done and your bank name came up and it stated that you needed my services. I just wanted to call and see if I can do a demo lesson. So that's how I end up meeting my former business partner, just by calling. Now, the week we were going, he, for some reason, ended up going to, I believe he said Kumasi, which is the second largest city in Ghana. But it's either Kumasi or somewhere else. But anyways, the point was he was not in he was not in Accra. He was not in the capital. I mean, I just found it weird. Like, of all the weeks that I'm coming, I'm probably not coming to Africa for a while, and this is the one week that you get sent away. Now in hindsight, 2020, I think that is total BS. Okay, now moving on. So we came in on a Sunday, I believe, and we end up leaving on a Saturday. Now, on the Friday, I was able to meet the Queen Mother, which I talked about in the previous video. She and I are building an orphanage together. We're getting all the details worked out. I send clothes, money, and food to the kids just to make sure that they're taken care of. Now, I was able to meet with her on Friday. So remember, we're leaving the next day, which is Saturday. So I end up meeting, let's say Thomas. I think that's what I call him in the book, Thomas. I think I call him Thomas. Okay. So I ended up meeting him on the Friday, and what had happened is that I was going to do a demo lesson at another business that was literally like right around the corner. So our driver dropped me off there, and then he was able to drive me from his bank to the place that I was doing my demo lesson right around the corner. So I was able to give him a demo lesson there, and then I was able to do the demo lesson at the same place, but for those employees. So that was pretty cool. But I just found it weird that out of the whole week, there's only 52 weeks in a year, and the one week I would be there, you would happen to be gone. Like, I just whatever. All right, now let's fast forward. So November 2017, yeah, so I went again. So I first went in May, and then I went back in November. So I was actually going to Rwanda the week before I was going to Ghana, and I was going to be in Ghana 11 days this time because I really wanted to try to get as many demo lessons done, which I did. I was very successful. But had I known some things, I probably just would have stayed in Rwanda and canceled my Ghana business trip. But that's another subject. But anyways, so I would be there for 11 days. And, I told him, I'd be there for 11 days. Once again, I'm there for 11 days. He doesn't take off at all. At all. And then when I actually returned to Japan, my coworker came back. Now I can take off. So I was just like, you just didn't want to take off, which is fine. I don't really, once again, to have a local business partner, I didn't need you. I can get everything done by myself, but you said you wanted to work with me. So I just found that to be really, really odd. And of course, I didn't expect him to pay for any of the travel costs because I'm a big girl. I can take care of my own things, but I just feel as a local business partner, he could have done something such as maybe gotten me some contacts, which was his one job to do. He didn't do it. All right, so now also when I left from Rwanda, oh my God, the weather there is so good. We went to Ghana. It was like really, really hot. He was 45 minutes late picking me up. I was really, really upset because, like, I understand that Ghana, the roads may not be in the best conditions, but for me, when I have an appointment in Ghana, I live 2 hours prior to when I'm supposed to be there because I know the roads have bad conditions. So I don't like excuses about why you're late. I hate that. So anyways, he ended up introducing me to, I guess, a contact, but it was really weird. Like, he ended up introducing me to this guy from Kenya who was like into Bitcoins. And I really break this down in the book. And the guy was going to go to the church and sell it at the church or something. And then it was funny because we were at the mall. So we were at the mall and he didn't want me to go and meet them in the mall. He wanted me to wait for him. But the thing was, he was working. So we were an hour late. So I was actually waiting downstairs in the mall instead of being upstairs with, I forget what I called the guy. The Bitcoin guy and my former business partner friend. It was just really weird. It's just like I could have met them by myself. We didn't have to wait an hour for you to get off work, and you could have taken off. Like, I'm going to be here 11 days. You can't take off one day. So I just found that to be really, really strange because, first of all, it's church. You're not supposed to be selling things to the church. That's actually a sin. Am I right about that? But it was just really weird. So the one contact he got me was that Bitcoin guy and his friend, but whatever she wanted to do, it never came to be. So I just found that to be very, very strange. And once again, to have a local business partner, that it just didn't work for me. I'm not saying it's not going to work for you, but it was just a really strange situation. All right, now there's another story I want to talk about. This is when I actually got some flyers created. When I got some flyers created, I paid for that. I had this guy off of Fiverr do it. He did an excellent job. So I sent the flyers to him to get them printed, and he said he's gonna hire a team to go out and let people see, and I don't think that ever happened because he wasn't able to get me any contacts. And what I found funny is that I myself was able to book 7 demo lessons by myself. And this is all over the phone. So these people hadn't seen me. So my thing is that you're in Ghana. You mean to tell me if you work for this prestigious bank, you can't get anybody, and it doesn't even have to be a bank because my services go everywhere. It's like he was just so full of it. So back again. To have a local business partner, I did not need that at all. Now, I had got my flyer done. It took like $30, which is fine. And then he wanted me to change the flyer to have it like advertised to churches. And I said, why didn't you tell me this before I came? Like, I don't like having things thrown on me at the last minute. I really don't, because I am so organized. Anybody who knows me would tell you I am so organized that I can pretty much predict all the stuff I'm going to need up in advance. But it was just weird. So anyways, and it cost $30 for me to do it. Did he offer? No. So then I got it done. I sent it to him. I said, okay, here's the flyer, send it to the churches or whatever. So he says to me like, okay, and I actually had 2 prices: free for a 2-hour demo lesson, and then a 4-hour demo lesson, they would have to pay for the material, like the materials that I printed. Like, for example, this is to another book, but like if I printed like a book or something, they would need to buy it. And he was saying like, oh, the people at the church they're scared of the prices. And I said, scared of the prices? There's 2 prices. Why don't they just do the free? He said, well, why don't we just make it 1 price? I said, 1 price? I'm not changing the flyer again. I said, you know what? That's okay. I don't want to, I don't even want to go to the church anymore. I'm good. I flew all the way from Japan. I flew to Rwanda. I booked my flight, paid for the hotel. I flew to Ghana, booked my flight, paid for the hotel. I'm offering my services because I want to get a contract. But there's one thing, I will go out of my way to prove myself, but I'm not going to bend over backwards. So once again, to have a local business partner, please think about this and what they can do for you, what you can do for them. Are they going to want money from you? I mean, it's just, it was really, really frustrating for me. And it didn't even have to be, because I didn't need him. And I don't want you to think that you have to have a local business partner to be successful, because you do not. All right, anyway, so that is my rant. Sorry this video is a little bit long, but if you have any questions, please contact me. Thank you. Bye.